All right, we just wanted to show you guys some global supply here when we're talking corn, beans, and wheat. And we'll get into some charts in just a minute. But as always, keep in mind everything we're discussing is for education and example purposes. Make sure you guys understand and know your own risk tolerance as we go through this information. But just to quickly set the table, and this is something we're all familiar with, we're just going to use South America as our main example. But, when the U.S. is planting, typically South America is harvesting. And when the U.S. is harvesting, typically South America is planting. So we have this cycle of grain flow going through the global marketplace. And at the end of the day, if we don't really have a major crop failure, the pipeline of grain tends to stay full and sufficient throughout the global market. That's kind of what we're seeing here right now. When we flip to global corn, what we wanted to do is just show you the major corn producing countries, and we put them all in the same calendar year. So this is for calendar year 2024 and calendar year 2025 to get some alignment in here as far as matching up seasons. And so as you can see, the total production of corn is increasing year over year. But the thing that we really want to highlight is when we just look at non-US production from 24 to 25, it increased 795 million bushels. These are export competitors are producing more corn. Now, when we go over to beans, similar thing is happening. Year over year production as a whole is up. When we back out of the US and just look at our export competitors, they've increased their production year over year 602 million bushels. Finally, looking at the wheat market, again, increased production across the board. And same thing applies when we back out the US and just look at our export competitors out there on the global marketplace. They've increased their wheat production by 746 million bushels. So all in all, across the three major grains, as we look at the bigger picture, you're looking at almost 2 billion bushels of additional supply out there coming just from non-US sources. And this is important because that's who we have to compete against on the world market. So all in all, it's safe to say pipeline supply as it stands today is fairly sufficient. Global crops continue to get larger, and they're going to pressure prices as the U.S. has to look for competitiveness on the world market. That being said, when we look at our marketing plans, we figure we're probably going back into more of a broader trading range. We want to make sure that we're setting our expectations that if we need to make some hedge decisions, we go ahead and reward those rallies into some strength in the market. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're always more than happy to help. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we enjoy making this content for you. God bless.